with a new topic in civics, that is elections. Students, first let us know what is an election. An election is a process through which we can choose our leader, that is we can select our leader. In order to understand the process of election, let us first see how we elect a class councillor, that is a class monitor. Election of class councillor. Students, suppose this is your class. Let us divide this class into 3 groups. Each group can have a group flag. The first group, that is the red group, can have a red flag. The second group, that is the yellow group, can have a yellow flag. And the last group, that is the third group, can have a green flag. Each group should choose or nominate one child from their own group who they think would make a good captain. This child is their candidate. When we choose a candidate, we must look for some of the qualities of a good captain in a nominated candidate. They are: will the candidate be a good leader? Is the candidate responsible? Can the candidate work well in a team? Does the candidate have good ideas? Or can the candidate manage the duties of a councillor without neglecting his or her studies? A day is fixed by the teacher for the election. On the election day, the nominated candidates give a short speech on what he or she will do if elected as the class councillor. After their speech, the students are given the ballot sheet. Now what do you mean by ballot sheet? It is a piece of paper. Each student write the name of the candidate, or they select the candidate whom they want to be their class councillor. After writing the name, they fold the ballot sheet and put it into the ballot box. After everyone has submitted their ballot sheets, the teachers count their votes. After counting the votes, the results are announced. The candidate who gets the maximum votes becomes the class councillor. What are the duties of the class councillor? He needs to maintain discipline in the class, assist the teacher when necessary, assist students in need, set a good example for others to follow, and be fair and impartial. Elections held in the class and school teach us the importance of choosing the right leader for our nation. Now, why do we need to have a class councillor? The class councillor represents a particular class. Apart from doing his regular councillor duties, he listens to the problems that are faced by his classmates and their views. At times, it is not possible for the principal to listen from each and every student. This is the time where the class councillor plays an important role. To simplify this process, the class councillor puts across the problems and their views to the principal. Just like in school, it is not possible for everyone to sit together to discuss their problems. Similarly, in a country like India, we cannot have everybody sitting together and taking decisions. So we have designed a method of selecting or choosing people from amongst us who will work on behalf of us. This method of selecting a candidate or a person is called election. So, the system of choosing or electing our leaders is known as election. Long ago, the kings ruled our country. During those days, people did not have right to elect the kings. Even if they were not good, people could not take any action against them. After that, the Britishers ruled in India nearly for 200 years. In 1947, finally India got independence from British rule. Since independence, in India, we choose or elect leaders. These elected leaders form a government and run the country. A country in which the governments are chosen through elections, in which the people vote, is called a democracy. So, let me repeat again. A country in which governments are chosen through elections, in which the people vote, is called a democracy. The former president of USA, Abraham Lincoln, he was the 16th president of the United States. According to him, democracy is a government of the people, for the people and by the people. In a democratic system of government, the government is answerable to the citizens for its action. That means the government needs to give an explanation to the citizens for all the work that they carry out in their country. If the elected leader does not perform his or her duties well, he or she may not be elected for the next term. Thus, we as the citizens of India have full power to choose the government of our choice. So students, today we learnt what is an election, how do we elect a class councillor, why do we need a class councillor, and we also learnt what is a democracy. In the next video, we will learn how elections are held in India. Thank you.